Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Welcome to the beautiful land that I call Neverland. Music, am I right? One thing you actually do not know about me yet is that I'm as much of an enthusiast of music as I am of children's entertainment. So what I want to do today is list my top 5 movie soundtracks of all time. Number 5 on my list today is the soundtrack for Beauty and the Beast. All lovers of Disney will know Beauty and the Beast and its success for its writing and its visuals. But what is just as important in this movie is the soundtrack. And the soundtrack was of course made by the geniuses Howard Ashman and Alan Menken. Those two, generally speaking, shaped Disney and Disney movies in the Disney Renaissance so much. Not just in terms of music, but also in terms of story. Especially Howard Ashman had such a profound influence on movies such as Aladdin, The Little Mermaid, and of course Beauty and the Beast. Him as a lyricist, with Alan Menken providing the music, I swear, is just absolutely beautiful. And they've provided us with beautiful music such as Be Our Guest, which is very upbeat, but then you can see how diverse they are in their repertoire, because then they also produce very moving and quiet, but at the same time dramatic tunes such as Beauty and the Beast. So, just the soundtrack of Beauty and the Beast is really just one example for the greatness that Alan Menken and Howard Ashman have brought to Disney as a franchise. It's just pure bliss. Number 4 on my list is quite different. Number 4 on my list of my top movie soundtracks is the soundtrack of Elf. It's so weird that I haven't talked about Christmas movies yet, because Christmas is literally my favorite thing in the entire world after Harry Potter. My Christmas celebrations really start in September. That's when I kind of start watching Christmas movies, when I will, slowly start listening to Christmas songs, and I will not stop until after New Year's Eve. And Elf plays a huge part in that. And I will listen to the Elf soundtrack non-stop during Christmas time, and I mean it. And one of the major reasons for that is probably jazz. My favorite music genre is jazz, and then you've got so many jazzy Christmassy classics on that soundtrack, such as Eartha Kitt and Santa Baby, Sleigh Ride by Ella Fitzgerald, Ray Charles and Winter Wonderland, and then there's the most beautiful version of Baby It's Cold Outside with Leon Redbone and Zooey Deschanel. And listen to it right now if you've never listened to it, because it is the best version out there. Fight me on this, I don't care, it is the best one. Number 3 on my list is again a very jazzy soundtrack, namely the soundtrack of Disney's The Princess and the Frog. And The Princess and the Frog is probably my favorite Disney princess movie of all time, and I'm thinking the music has something to do with it. With this one I will have to admit though, and this is something that basically never happens, but with this one I actually kind of prefer the German version. With this one they just found such great voice actors to provide the voices for the characters of Naveen and Tiana, but also for the music for their songs, namely the awesome Roger Cicero, who unfortunately died recently, and Cassandra Steen. Whether it's the uplifting Almost There, where you just want to swing with it and it energizes you and tells you you can do anything, or whether it's Ma Belle Evangeline, the most heartfelt, beautiful song that will melt the most horrible Grinch's heart. It's just such a nice soundtrack. Number 2 on my list, and please forgive me Potter gods, is the Harry Potter franchise and their soundtrack. Gasp, why is this only number 2? You will see when I tell you who my number 1 is and why I love my number 1 so much, but I can't not include Harry Potter, because apart from the fact that, it is my favorite everything, the music in Harry Potter is just so epic and so good. John Williams, the things that he has done for our franchise with, you know, the whole music, but especially Hedwig's theme. It's amazing. It's so good, apparently, that they're still using it until today in Fantastic Beasts. But at the same time, I want to talk about other things that he's written and that worked so perfectly, like Window to the Past of Prisoner of Azkaban or Secrets to the Castle. And what I also don't want to forget are other conductors that have lent their talent to our franchise. The ones following are, of course, Patrick Doyle, Alexandre Desplat and Nicholas Hooper. Just, you know, Nicholas Hooper did some great work in Half-Blood Prince, and just all of them really played their part, used John Williams' foundation to kind of carry us through the movies with their music, and I'm very grateful for that as a fan. I could definitely spend one day per song per soundtrack of Harry Potter, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to go over to my number one, and my number one has to be Jamie Cullum and his songs that he provided for Disney's Meet the Robinsons. Okay, I should probably admit at this point that Jamie Cullum is my favorite singer of all time, so obviously he was going to be my number one. With Meet the Robinsons and Jamie Cullum, I really only realized that he provided the music for this movie, like 2 songs for this movie, just a couple of years ago. We were trimming the tree on the evening of the 23rd of December, my family and I, and Meet the Robinsons was on Disney Channel, so we just watched it. It was the first time I ever watched it, and I was completely blown away. I don't know why it's so unsuccessful, because I love that movie. The story is beautiful. I really, really like Meet the Robinsons. And then, you know, they kind of have this huge build-up where Mrs. Robinson introduces them to her frog room, and she opens the door, and suddenly it's Jamie Cullum's voice blasting out of there, and it was just like, it's Jamie! Just generally, the score of that movie is really good. Danny Elfman was the one to write the score for it, and you know, Danny Elfman is up there with people like John Williams and Hans Zimmer, right? In combination with Jamie, it's just epic. It's just beautiful. Let me know in the comments if you agree with my top 5, if you disagree, and let me know what your top 5 movie soundtracks and children entertainment obviously are. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more of me, follow me on Twitter or on Tumblr if you want regular updates on children's entertainment and my videos, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!